Hello, and welcome to this video where we will be looking at the first concept in risk management lifecycle, and that is risk identification. Now, just to quickly refresh what we have spoken about in the last video about the risk management lifecycle, that it is iterative in nature. That means it doesn't end once you followed all the step. It just keep rotating based on what is the feedback, what's the input and output you get from a particular step. Now, it is also important to understand that based on the structure of an organization or the business an organization is in, it may be considered a good practice that you do the annual review of your risk management lifecycle to see if you have to stress out more on a certain step, or there are steps that you can shorten because you are fairly sure about the risk not occurring at that particular step. So therefore, it is important that an annual review you do based on the capability of organization, and also do consider external factors like out of the cycle risk management to cater to an immediate market event or cater to an immediate change in regulation or a policy or a local compliance requirement, which may kind of push you towards making a change in your risk management life cycle. Now, coming to the point of the first step of the risk management life cycle, and that is risk identification. Generally, based on the environment or based on the business that you are operating in or your organization is operating in, uh, and risk identification begins with first identifying what is of value to you as an organization. That may include people, process, and technology aspect. That may include things which are tangible in nature, something that you can touch, and also things that are intangible in nature. For example, your business values, your mission statements, and things like that. Now, in terms of identifying your asset, tangibility and intangibility plays a role, but also how you define controls around it. It's also very important that we will see in the later phase of the risk management life cycle. It is important that during your risk identification phase, you have certain questions that need to be very clearly answered. And some of those are uh, what is in and what is out of the scope. You may want to cover certain things more diligently than others, and there are aspects for which you do not have any risk, which you can simply put out of the scope. What are the methods that you're gonna use in formulating your identification process? What are the tools that you're gonna use? Is it automated, semi-automated, partially through observation and things like that? It is also important to define what is the acceptable risk level, what is your risk appetite in terms of the business that you are operating in. It could be that being in a unregulated environment, you may have a higher risk appetite. But if you are in a regulated business, for example, financial sector, then it is must to keep your risk appetite in line with your business values, but also in line with your risk capacity or the risk tolerance that you have. Important in this step is that you identify your risk management team, how it is being covered. Are you just covering information on technology, or are you also covering data risk, operation risk, compliance, and so forth? Risk identification should also entail and allow you to measure risk at a later point of time. That's why using key risk indicators so that it becomes measurable for you to keep track on, but also how those risk indicators are performing in terms of key performance indicators are duly binded with each other. Uh, it is also important that risk management is well supported both from top down and from bottom up approach. In terms of a top down, it means the support of your management board, of your C-suite, or of your senior management in order to lay out the policy, standard, and processes that they want to build or they want to roll out in an organization so that they can manage their risk, but also from bottom up that it has to be understood that the policies written needs to be adhered, the process needs to be followed, and it has to be followed in the manner which keeps your organization safe, secure, and well within the bounds of your risk appetite. So this is about the risk identification. I'll stop here and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for listening.